All right, yo, what up? It's your boy Corey Parson, the fantasy executive here for Fantasy Alarm and the Better Sports Network. And as we approach the month of March, it is time to start preparing for the madness that is March, of course. That is the men's NCAA basketball tournament. And earlier this week, some sports books kind of gave a first look at their odds of teams to make the Final Four. And I want to go through and talk about some teams that I think could be interesting options when you start placing your Final Four wagers. Now, for teams that have odds at less than 10 to 1, obviously the UConn Huskies at plus 150 at most shops is still the best team in college basketball. So I do like UConn to make a return to the Final Four this year. The Houston Cougars at plus 210 is very interesting, but I don't know if Houston plays enough team basketball to make a deep tournament run. I can see them getting knocked out early. I do see a team like Auburn that comes in around plus 350, or a team like Tennessee with 3-1 odds also make a Final Four run. And you can't leave out the North Carolina Tar Heels at 4-1. Despite struggling right now, North Carolina can get hot and make a deep run in this tournament. So those are some of the teams with the shorter odds who I think can make a run. Let me not forget the Illinois at 7-1 as well, coming out the Big Ten. Now, when you look at teams with a little bit longer odds, two teams stand out to me. I want to go with the Texas Longhorns at 20-1 and the South Carolina Gamecocks also at 20-1. Lamont Parrish has done a good job of putting that South Carolina team together. I think a deep run, depending on how they're seeded, could be in their future this year. They're a team sort of like Houston, except for a JV version of it. A team at Dayton at 20-1 as well is also a team that can make a deep Final Four or a deep run in the NCAA tournament. And finally, at 25-1, the Ole Miss Rebels. Ole Miss not necessarily known for their basketball program, but new head coach Chris Beard is a fantastic basketball coach. And the teams he generally tends to coach are teams that generally seem to win. So Ole Miss at 25-1 is a long shot right there, worth putting on your tally. Curious of your thoughts as we get ready for the upcoming NCAA tournament. Drop a line down there in the comment section and let's chop it up on that one right there. Also, don't forget, fantasy baseball players, sign up for a Fantasy Alarm fantasy baseball draft guide for the 2024 season. Get you ready for your fantasy baseball teams. And don't forget, fantasy footballers, haven't forgotten you either. The Fantasy Alarm 2024 fantasy football best ball draft guide and strategy advice, now also available at fantasyalarm.com. You can get a discount on those by going to fantasyalarm.com/lock. Once again, that's fantasyalarm.com/lock.